students. So today we are going to start chapter 5, more features of a word processor. In this chapter we will discuss how to edit and format a document in Word 2010. So we will be talking about the features like spelling and grammar, bullets and numbering, and so many other features are there. So we will be discussing about that. So first let us start with the spelling and grammar. So this spelling and grammar will help you to correct the spelling mistakes in your document. Now how will you come to know that your spelling is wrong or not? So for that, in MS Word 2010 you get red or blue wavy lines under some words. Now this some words where you get this underline, those are the spelling and grammatically mistakes. So let us see with the steps how you can correct. Steps are given in your book also, you can just go through. Now see on this screen, first after writing whatever you want to write, you write. After that you go to the review button, and then when you click on the review button you can see spelling and grammar there, and then you can click on the spelling and grammar option, you will get this box. Now in this box you can see here ignore once and other options are given. So you can also right click on the letter and you can correct the error, or you can go in this box, you can do the correction. Now here when you see their suggestions are given, so you can click on change or change all. So if you have many words you can click on the change all option, and if you have only one you can just click on change if you want to change. After that, just when now you if you see it is coming green color because the first letter should be capital in a word. So it is coming a small letter, so you can see suggestion is given capital letter, and then when you change it will move to the next word. So in here you see next word is a name is given, so name is coming red color, that means the it is spelling mistake. But if you don't want to change the spelling, you can just click on add to dictionary, or you can just ignore it. Next we will move on to thesaurus. Now this option provides a list of synonyms for a given word and can be used to replace a word with one of its synonyms. So if you want to find out a meaning of the word, if you are using a word and you want to know the meaning of that word, you can use this option given here. So we will just check it how to do it in our computer. So first you will type a word. Here I have typed house. So after that you go to review option, and then you click you will get the option thesaurus in proofing. Here you see proofing option. So you will get in the left side this option you will get. When you will click, you will see a box will appear in the right side. So here all the synonyms will be given. If you want to replace it, you can replace with you just click on the word with which you want to replace and it will be replaced. So here just click the word and you just press the insert option and you see the change. Next, change case. Now sometimes after typing you may feel that you should have written the word in capital letter or small letter or some other letter styles. So after writing a paragraph, if you are asked to change everything into capital letter, you cannot delete everything and write. So there are some options available in MS Word. So we will just see how we can do it. So here you see we have 5 options available: sentence case, lower case, upper case, capitalize each word, and toggle case. So these are the cases available in MS Word. So as you can see the letters here how it appears, in the same way it will appear when you do it with a paragraph. Let us see how it changes. Just see the screen, you will understand how what is happening. So when you click on the uppercase lowercase, so everything becomes small letter. So in this way, again you go, again you click on uppercase, you see everything will become capital letter. Again you go, capitalize each word, you see the change. So everything, in every word, all the first letter becomes capital. So in this way you can change. And then toggle case means it will become opposite. Whatever was capital, it will become small, and whatever was small, it will become capital letter. So that's it. Next we move on to find and replace option. Now this option is used when you have typed a long paragraph and then you have written a word. So in your book also you can see page number 86. So there one figure is given, figure 5.8. So when you see here located, it is written several times. So if you want to change this word into another word, you want to give some another word for this, so you can use this find and replace option. So let's see how you can do it. So at first you have to write a paragraph or a letter or a sentence. So you just write and then you go to right side. You can see here right side option. There you will get find and replace. Find replace option you will get. Just click on the find option, or you can also press F7. So if you click on F7 also you will get this option. So you just click and then you have to write find what. So find what, in this box you have to write find what, you will write and then you just click on find next. So if there are so many times if the word is used, you can press on find next, find next. So you can find out how many times you have written. And if you want to replace, so you can use these options are here available. So on replace you click and then replace with option you will get. So in the replace with option, here you have to write what word you want to replace. So that word, instead of that word, which word you want to use. So you just type there find what and replace what. So replace what also you just write, and if you want to replace with all the words you can click replace all. If you want to use only replace only one word, so you can use replace option. So replace all option is also there, replace option is also there. So you can click on as your requirement. So that's it. So now we move on our next topic, bullets and numbering. Now bullets and numbering, when you talk about numbering is like when you use a ordered list, so you use numbering, but bullets are simple dots or symbols that mark a important line or point. Okay, so let us see how you can create this bullet and numbering. So for that first you have to write some words. So here I have written MS Office, that is the title, and then just you have to select the words and click on the bullet and numbering option, which is available in the ribbon on the top. So you can just click there. These options you have already done, so this will be very easy for you. And nearby to that option you have the numbering option. So bullet is here, and that nearby if you want the numbering option, you can click on the numbering option. So you can change the bullet style also. Here you can change the bullet style, or if you don't want the bullet style you can just go to the numbering option. Okay, understood. Next option is symbols. Now symbols are sign or special characters that can be inserted in a word document. So steps are given how you can insert. Just go through page number 89, steps are given. Now let us see how you can insert it. So now as you can see in the right side, when you click on the symbol option, there are some symbols available. If you click on the more button, you will get a box. This box will appear, and then you can go to the subject option there, and then you can click there. You will see so many other options are there, and then you can select the symbol required. Click on the symbol and click on the insert button. Your symbol will be inserted. So next we move on to creating tables. So tables refers to a set of data arranged in row and columns. So the intersection of row and column forms a rectangular box called cells. So table, about table, it is given in your book, you can just read it, you will understand. You have already done this table part, just let us see how you can do it in computer. So when you will do practical class, you will be getting this, but let us just see how you can do it in your computer. So just go open a page, blank page, and your cursor should be at that point from where you want to insert the table. You can directly go to the table option in the insert box, insert menu. When you will click, you will get insert table. So in the table box, you can just select how many rows, how many columns you want, and just click on it, and then your table will be inserted. Otherwise, you can go in the other option, that is insert table option, and then you will get a menu. You can fill it up. Here you can just number of column, how many you want, number of rows, how many you want, and just click on the OK option, and your table will be inserted. Then in your book you have modifying table. Now in modifying table, how you can change the height, width, and all, it is given. How you can change the design of your table, so those things are given. It just you can go through, steps are given clearly. Here just I will discuss height and width, how you can change. So height and width, it is not discussed earlier classes. So you can just after inserting the table, you just select all table, and you can go in the layout option. So layout option, when you will click, you will get the height and width, as you can see here. So you can click on the height and width, and then you can change the number, or by default when you click on the table, it will show you the height and width. So if you want to change it, if you want to do it as your requirement, you can change the options here. You can type it, and you will get the required option. Next we move on to working with objects in MS Word 2010. Now things other than text and table that can be inserted in MS Word are called objects. So here in word art is there, pictures, clip arts, those things are all objects. So let us see how you can do it in computer. So here just word art you have already done, so then also just go through. Word art option is available. So you will, when you click on the word art, and then when you will choose the letter style, you will get this box, and then you can just type the letter, and then your letter will appear like this. So when it will appear, you can do all other editings and all. So those things you have already done, you have been doing in your earlier classes. So you can select like this, and you can drag, you can do it big, small, those things are there, so you can do it. Next is inserting clip art. So word art you have done, now inserting clip art. So clip arts are just pictures like things now. So you will just see, we will see in this video how to insert clip art, how to insert picture, and how to insert shapes. So let us see, you just see the video, I will show you. So to insert picture, you have to click on the picture option, then you will get this box, whatever folder, wherever you have saved your picture, you can just click on that folder and select the picture which you want to insert. So let us select from here any picture which you want to insert. You can just click on that particular picture, and then click the insert option. So you will see your picture will be inserted. Now next you can do it small, big with the help of this side, right side. One option is there, height and width option is there, right side corner you can see options are there, and then editing options are there. You can see these options you can use, and you can make it do the editing. You can make it small, big, you can make it look better. Next you can use the clip art option, you can just click on insert button and then clip art. You will get this right side one box is there, so you can just click on go and then pictures will come here, clip arts will come. So which clip art you want, just click on the clip art which you need, you will click, it will appear on the screen. Next we will go to select option and then shapes. Now here shapes are there, you can just click on the shape option and you can click the required shape and you can come here, you can drag it and you can just insert the shape like this. And you can also do some other editings which is given in your book, so you can just go through in your book, you can see. Next we will move to our next point, wrap text. Text wrapping is a feature in MS Office 2010 that automatically starts a new line when a word in a sentence reaches a border. So when you type and when your word reach to a border, so your line will start again. Okay, so new line will start. So this option how you can do and what happens, just I will show you, on the screen. Now as you can see here, a picture is there in the paragraph, in between paragraph. So what happens when you use this text wrapping option? So when you use this option, what will happen, just see now, here the changes will happen. Okay, as you can see this picture is in the line, okay. Now what will happen, text wrapping, then I will do square. So when you do square, the letters or paragraph which are there, it becomes square, you can see. So square, the picture is the space is given in the square. So in the same way you can use the other options and your things will change in this way, so you can try it. Next we will move to header and footer. Now header is the text that is printed at the top of each page and its margin is 0.5 inch by default. Similarly, footer is the footer is a text which is printed at the bottom of the each page and its margin is also 0.5 inch. So these are header and footer, you have used it earlier. So when you do double click on the top, you will get the header, and when you do double click at the bottom, you will get the footer. So here in your book it is shown in page number 99, the steps are given, you can just go through. Okay, we will move to next option which is footnotes and endnotes. So header and footer you have already done, but footnotes and endnotes, it is a new topic. Okay, what does this footnote and endnote do? It provides explanation, comments or references for text in a document. Footnote appears at the bottom of the page, whereas endnote appears at the end of the document section. So one video is there, you just see it properly, you will understand. So here in the video you can see a paragraph is written about CPU. Okay, so now if you want to add footnote, just click on the reference option and go to insert footnote. So you have to select the word first. So I have selected here CPU and then you click on the insert footnote. When you click insert footnote, you will see your cursor will move at the bottom of your page. Okay, on the page, in the same page it will move bottom, there number will appear and that same number will appear on the top also on that word. So you can just type, and in the similar way if you want to insert footnote, same thing, you have to select the word and then click on reference and then you will see a letter will appear and that same letter will appear here also on the top. So there you write the full form or the definition, whatever you want to write you can write. So in this way you can insert footnote. So with this for this video is much only. So, in the next video I will show you how to do mail merge, and other parts which I have not touched in this lesson. Those parts are really easy, you can just read it, you can understand it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.